Alright, we do folks here, much on to 5 numbers after the name games being. I take a couple weeks off here, man, working wild. And then we also were spending a lot of time playing some Final Fantasy X. So we went basically from 16. I played a little bit of Wave Race. And then Assassin's Creed I already beat before all those games. I just hadn't posted the video in the order then. But I've been playing Final Fantasy X here for a minute. Early footage here of the game. Overall, really good. I wouldn't recommend necessarily going from one Final Fantasy to the other. I thought about it at the time, too. I was like, I don't know. This is a lot of Final Fantasy, a lot of meaty games. But they're different. They're good. You know, Final Fantasy 16, very action RPG-ish more than anything. This is classic turn-based stuff. Really damn good game. I mean, just bottom line to it. I could say story, maybe a little bit, take it or leave it kind of thing. The main character, that Titus guy, whatever the hell his name is, not my kind of cup of tea. You know, some parts are okay, but yeah, voice acting just hasn't aged well. You gotta put it into perspective though, too. PS2 game. I always try to keep that into account. It's a little bit easier for me to keep that stuff in account with games that I have nostalgia with, the games that I'm like, hey, I played this back in the day. You know, I beat GoldenEye, for example, the other day. I'm working through right now getting the, you know, 00 agent, all the missions, and I'm working through right now getting all the cheats, whatever, for the multiplayer kind of stuff. And if you were to go play that game right now off the rip new, you'd probably say, what the hell is going on with this? But since I played it back in the day, it appeals. So I kind of keep that into perspective as well when I play a game like this. Nonetheless, objectively speaking, the voice acting, in particular for him, is kind of rough. Everybody else is hype, but him is woof, and he's the main character. So always struggle with that. Combat, though, great. Awesome turn-based RPG. Really builds off of what we were at that point with Final Fantasy. You know, you think about playing all the Super Nintendo ones. I've dabbled in 7. I haven't played 8 and 9, which is kind of where my big kind of like gap is there that I got to fill in. But looking through, it seems like an evolution of what we were doing from like the Super Nintendo onwards kind of thing. And then you had like Limit Breaker kind of stuff in its own way there. The summons are pretty cool here with this character as well. So like there's a lot going on for it there. The upgrade system, which is like the spheres thing, which at the beginning I literally was like, what are we looking at? And towards the end I was like, man, I really appreciate the customization options that you have here. I assume if I go and replay this game at some point in my life, it'd be interesting to play it in a different fashion as well. So once you kind of get the grasp of it, which isn't really too complicated, it's just a little bit imposing at first, and the explanation is a little bit cumbersome. It's pretty simple to understand, and pretty useful and really cool when you get special kind of spheres and orbs that like do different things that you're like, oh, I didn't even know it was possible. I'm playing this on PS5 with the HD remastered version. I can't go back and compare it to the PS2 one, I don't, but it ran smooth, it looks great, it still like plays like butter smooth. Really cool kind of boss fights at the end as well that I really enjoyed. So overall, for a JRPG, turn-based kind of action, Final Fantasy X, high up there.